Hello, I am Cigar and Bar, and today we've got a nice little project to get my balcony winterized. I've moved my chair, table, lantern, ashtray from its place on the windward side of the balcony, and now it's over here on the leeward side of the balcony, so that it's going to be protected from the wind that comes in off the lake that way. Still not good enough. It's currently reading at about 4 degrees outside. I think we can improve that a little bit. Now what I've got here is a pop-up hunting blind that I use as my winter smoking hut. This is ideal for a couple of reasons. One, the apartment building that I live in doesn't like when you put things down on the balcony, like carpets or tarps. They want to keep the surface not being damaged, so I can't put in anything that's got a bottom. Two, this pops up. It's got nice windows. It's just large enough for about this much space for me to sit in, and it's the right size. It wedges itself in on the two sides here and butts right up against the wall here, so it's good and stable. I'd love to have something like an ice fishing hut, which I know a lot of people use for a smoking hut. But the problem with that is its width might be just about all right in the footprint, but those hubs go out. And so they pop out too far, and trying to fit it in here would just pop the hubs back in, the whole thing would collapse on me, so I can't use one of those. The other major benefit of something like this, it's cheap. I picked up this one at an outdoor store for about $120. The last one that I had, I used for a winter. I used as rain and sun cover for an entire spring, summer, fall, and then I used for another winter. And then this past spring, I had to discard it because it was, you could poke holes in it with your fingers. It was done. It wasn't going to do anyone any good anymore. So, picked up another one, same size, not the same brand. It would appear that the outdoors store that I went to decided to purchase this model from the previous manufacturer and brand it as their own in-house brand. So that one's going to do pretty well for us here. So let's get that set up, and I'll take you on a tour of the luxurious smoking hut lifestyle. Here we have it. Lovely hut, nice covered, nice tall roof. It's got these poles here that tent up the top of the roof, and there's 2 of them that come across, and that gives you plenty of loft up there, so plenty of room for hot air to accumulate. I've got it around my head level. Otherwise, it tends to fluctuate up and down with the breeze. And as it goes up and down, it's a bit like an accordion, and it tends to push the air out the bottom when it comes down because I have nothing sealed around the bottom. That's a later season thing. What I've got here is just sitting on the cement. And later in the season, I'll rig up a tarp that kind of goes up the sides with a carpet on top of that, just to prevent the draft from coming in. What's nice about this, and what I've noticed, one thing is slightly different from the one that I had last time, is that it's got these little windows on the side here. So I've got a little window, and I've also got, if I want it, a big window. And because I've got glass here, it means that with this window open, all I've really got exposed out here is a little strip about yay big that's got airflow coming through it. So if I'm smoking something that's particularly smoky, I can get a little airflow out this side without getting too much cold air coming in. I can also cinch that up just about there, and then I've got just that little gap, which is quite nice. So even with no floor and no heater in here yet, so I do have an electric heater that I bring out in the colder weather, we are currently looking at, for temperature, it is 2.7 degrees outside, and it is 7.3 degrees inside the hut. That's a measurable difference for having no heat source in here other than a light bulb, which is an LED, so it's not putting out much, and my body heat, which, granted, better to lose it into an enclosed space and into the wind, but I shouldn't really be expending my own body heat to warm this place that much. That's not the ideal solution. But what have I got here? So I've got my comfy Muskoka chair. I've got room for my camera tripod, which I may need to rig up something different because it's rather large in this particular space. I've got a chair here that I can put my laptop on so I can start taking down my tasting notes for pipe tobaccos. And I've got my little table with my lantern right over here so I can keep my beverage, hot or cold, at hand. Those of you who have been following my Instagram account will know, you will have seen photos from inside the hut. And this one seems to be no difference. The one difference I have found is that the last one that I got did have Velcro around here for a bug screen. Now, I never needed that because I'm not in a buggy area here and I'm well outside of bug season by the time I start putting this thing up. So I never needed that. It's just, it's odd. Hoping that that's the only difference and they haven't cheaped out on any other aspect of this thing. I know that the last one that I had lasted me for a good 15 months in the elements out here. So let's hope that this one gives me good results. I'd say that a little bit of good work done today. Nice hut getting set up. It's time to smoke something in it and get it christened. Love that. This is the Bosun Cut Plug. It's a very nice light Lakeland. I hope everyone out there on YouTube land is having a good holiday week here. I hope that all of you and your loved ones are safe and happy at this holiday season and that we can all welcome in a joyous 2022 together. Grab your pipe, grab some tobacco, grab a nice cold drink, and join me out in the hut every week for Pipe Corner. I am Cigar and Bar. Cheers.